You want to be an interior designer without necessarily going to college? Welcome to today's episode of Train Your Eye Exercise, Identify the Specs. And I'm specifically using this product that I pulled from Pinterest. Now, usually I do full rooms. We talk about how to identify specs. If you don't know what specs are, put it in the comments and I'll let you know, or do another video about it. With a full room where you've got dozens and dozens and dozens of specs that you need to do. But here, we're going to talk about one that is so much simpler because it's one product. We could also talk about what the wall is, but I'm going to leave that out of it for now. Before I give you some answers on this, specs are specifications, the details that make up a room or a product. Tell me what you think the specs are for these hooks. I'm kind of in the way here. Hold on. It's a hook. Tell me what you think the details are here. I'm going to give you my answer in a minute. Tell me what you think the product specs are, but also the specs that you need to be able to document. And how would you document that? Shira, what do you mean document? That's a good question. I talk about this in the crash course a whole lot, and we've got a lot of examples to use to train yourself to understand how to document specs. If you don't document them properly, things don't happen properly. And this is a prime example. So now that you put some of your answers in the comments, let me tell you, your specs here are the material that it is made out of, the finish, which means this could be matte, this could be brushed, like, you know, the streaky metal look. This could be polished. Which is it? You have the sizing and the height, the width, and the distance from the wall, depth. You have the quantity. That's part of your specs for your documentation. And let's say we ended it there. Let's just say, how are they being hung up? How are they being installed? You're a contractor, your handyman, what are they doing with it? If you don't tell them, they're going to make up their own mind. And you're going to walk into the room and be like, well, why the heck would you put them there like that? Well, because you didn't spec it properly. You didn't document it properly. You need to know the exact distance from the ceiling that the install needs to happen, which means you have to know exactly what height you want the top to be at and where you want the actual hanging to be at. And you also need to know the distance between them. Otherwise, the poor fella is going to install them an inch away from each other, and you're like, that's too close together. Well, you didn't specify. Specifications and documentation. Make sure you're following.